Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Black Friday, Cyber Monday boot camp. I've been doing this. Black Friday, Cyber Monday boot camp since about 2013. I've been running Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Q4 merchandising for e-commerce brands, my own e-commerce brand since 2008, running it from other brands since 2005. So I've been in the digital game since it started, and I've been doing this a long time. And usually it's just me. This year I got the Avengers. I got the Captain Planet, dude. With our powers combined, we are Captain Planet. I got a bunch of people from a bunch of other apps that we're friends with over at Zipify to come and tell us, like, what do they see from their vantage point? Because you know what? One person's viewpoint is a really wonderful thing. But when you get multiple people's viewpoints and you can see things from all different angles, you have a much more holistic view. And there's going to be, like, if you get one thing out of this that you could use, just one, that's all you need. So really happy. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you coming. And, we really value your time. We think that the most valuable thing that you have as an entrepreneur is your time. And when you choose to spend a little bit of it with Triple Whale, with OmniSend, with Postpilot, with Loop subscriptions, with OpenSend, with us here at Zipify, we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that you get some value out of it. So let's jump right in. You got 3 ways to grow a business. Drew Sanaki told me this back in 2013 when he came to my Brooklyn apartment and we were sipping lattes. We might have been doing some other stuff. Sipping lattes. He told me, you got 3 ways to grow your business, buddy. Get more new customers. That's it. Get more new customers, more new people to buy from you, get them to spend more from you while they're shopping with you, and then get them to purchase more frequently. That's it. You don't need massive wins in any of these. You just need about 30% in each. You could double your business. Everything that I'm going to be talking to you about is in the direction of one of these 3 things, because that's the only levers we can pull. Get more people to buy, get them to spend more while they're shopping, get them to purchase more frequently. That's the game, dude. So last year, Shopify merchants recorded $11.5 billion in sales during the Cyber 5, which is up 25% from the year before, which is actually up 25% from the year before that. So you had 76 million people purchasing from Shopify stores globally, 4.6 million per minute actually on Black Friday itself. One of the crazy things was there was a 60% year over year increase in the number of people using mobile expedited payment gateways like ShopPay in particular had a 60% increase, but Apple Pay, Google Pay, these other ones also got increase as well. Average order value was $108. You don't got to discount all crazy on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You can do some stuff I'm about to show you how to do and get high average order value. You can see there's a lot to do. You don't have to do all of it. I'm going to give you some things that you recognize from me and some stuff you never heard about. You just got to do some of this stuff. You don't got to do it all, okay? So this is the main kind of, like, if you do at the highest level, if you do this stuff, you build your audiences and build buzz. You start early. You hit the peak days. You do good merchandising. You do email and SMS way heavier than you think, and ads. You mimic your merchandising across every channel: Amazon, Facebook, SMS, Google. You bundle and kit and launch new items. You do content in and around your merchandising. I'm going to walk through each one of these things. You have an optimized funnel that's mobile optimized. You optimize your ads and you amplify everything on organic. This is how you have the best Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Q4 period possible. And I'm going to walk through some examples of each of these things. I'm going to give you some stuff you haven't seen before. So go early. October 7th and 8th, Prime Day. Amazon knows they're getting, the reason they do their Prime Day in October is because they're getting that Q4 magic early. They're training everybody to buy early. So you got to come out and run merchandising on your own website on October 7th and 8th, Amazon Prime Day sale. So go early. Then from November 3rd to November 12th, build buzz, build anticipation, get people excited. Yo, our sale's going to happen. It's the best one ever. Sign up. Be the first person to hear about it. I'm going to tell you why you get people to sign up in just a second. Then you come out 2 weeks before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, 2 weeks, and you run your Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, because during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, everyone's getting hundreds and hundreds of emails and SMSs per day. If you go 2 weeks early, you're going to get in inboxes. You're going to get people ahead of time. I started doing this back in 2015. It's now become industry standard. Then you actually run, of course, actual Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So each of these campaign phases is going to have peak days, right? So you're going to have your Prime Day sale, your early Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, Thanksgiving Day when you open up to the early bird list for the people that are excited about the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, actual Black Friday, actual Cyber Monday, Green Monday. I'm going to show you kind of peaks in a second. Green Monday is the last Monday in December that you could purchase and still get it. It's usually December 10th or 12th in time for Christmas. New Year's Eve sale. Okay, look at this. On your peak days, you're going to do 3 emails and 2 SMSs and double your ad spend. This is early Black Friday. That's actual Black Friday. This is actual Cyber Monday. That's Green Monday. That's December 26th. That's December 31st. Countdown to New Year's sale. If you do one thing, just one thing, do the countdown to New Year's sale. Take your Black Friday, Cyber Monday merchandising, repeat it on countdown to New Year's, last chance to save. And people who see all your ads all the way since Prime Day, all of your emails are going to buy then because there's the last chance. There's a few things in marketing I want you to walk away with: anticipation, incentive, deadline, and ownership benefit. When it comes to countdown to New Year, we're talking about incentive and deadline. Your incentive is that Black Friday, Cyber Monday merchandising. We're going to talk about merchandising in a second. And your deadline is the end of the year. Those two things work really well in marketing. We're going to talk about anticipation and ownership benefit in a minute. But hit your peak days hard. Your average order value doesn't have to go down. Look, our average order value went up 31% on the Overtone site for our Black Friday, Cyber Monday in 2023 because we're doing things to make that happen. The first thing is we're doing basket builders. You got to have basket builders. What a basket builder is it's a product that is relevant to all the rest of your items. In this case, it's like, hey, take your Navage and stick it. I don't really understand this one. I don't really like the idea of virgin resin, single-use plastics, but this was already in the business when I bought the business. And so it's a real good cross-sell that people love, but it's like you could just put it on this stand and elevate it and it looks really beautiful and it keeps it from getting wet underneath the bottom. This is another one here. It's the cleaning kit for it. And then what we'll do too is we'll take our basket builders, like we sell hair color, Overtone, and it's like you need gloves, you need a brush, you need these things, you need a bowl to mix your stuff. Bundle them together, right? And then offer that as an upsell, cross-sell through one-click upsell on your shopping cart, on your product pages, post-purchase, etc. Basket builders are really wonderful. They're high EBITDA, high margin upsells that can be relevant to all your items. The other thing is you got to do bundles during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and stick your bundles right at the top of your Black Friday, Cyber Monday Q4 sales page. You got to have a bundle. You can even take the products you already have and bundle them together. But when you put these up at the top, people shop them more because only 50% of people scroll down the page. The other 50% see the Johnson box at the top, see the first row of products. That's it. So you got to sell your bundles. You got to be making bundles. And, there's a reason that average order value was $108 last year because people are willing to spend for a good deal, especially with the way the economy is now. You can really push big order volume if you have bundles and if you have basket builders. So some good ways to get your average order value up. Your merchandising is everything. If you're not doing threshold, we across Smart Marketer Agency, we did tens and tens of millions of dollars just across a few agency clients that we were running email and ads for last year. We might have been over 100, but what we found was threshold-based discounting. Thresholds, 20% in this Overtone, what we did was 20% off to up to 75, 25% over 75. And free gift with purchase is the best incentive. Hey, during the early bird sale, if you shop the early Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you get this free gift with purchase. It's an item that we have overstock on. It's a high margin, low margin item for us, so it's like easy to give away, etc. Special bundles. We do order bumps. We have a rotating deal of the day, and then we do content in and around our merchandising. So your merchandising matters. At Boom, we do simpler merchandising, 20% off, 15% off, special bundles, things like that. And then we launch new items, and we, of course, repeat the free gift with purchase during the Countdown to New Year sale. But for your merchandising, live shopping discounts, free gifts with purchase, single item promos, limited time bundles, extending. Hey, Cyber Monday's over, but we're opening up for one more day on Cyber Tuesday. Like extensions, like any kind of merchandising that you can do is what's going to make your sale go well. You can't just do static discount. You got to have good merchandising. Okay, so that's kind of some high level stuff. You got to email and SMS and do ads way more than you think. 3 to 4 times more emails and more SMSs than you think you should send is what you should send because we're not just sending emails. We're doing content. I'm going to show you in just a second in and around our merchandising. So it's like all year long, this is the time period when you can optimize and everyone's there. The milkshake has brought all the buyers to the yard, dude. It's time to purchase. It's when people are going to make those purchase decisions. And so you want to be in front of them and they're getting inundated. So you got to show up more than you think you do. SMSs, but also you cannot just do regular buy my stuff. I'm going to talk about content marketing in a second, but one thing that nobody's doing is us versus them. Us versus them marketing is incredible for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Q4 period. And you really should be doing it on your product pages anyways. I actually spoke at this event and I was talking about how Cheech and Chong follow me around the internet with ads for their marijuana edibles. And I look at the pages of the brands that that run ads to me, and they had such an amazing us versus them. So I took it and I put it in my presentation. And afterward, I got a message on LinkedIn like, hey man, thanks for the shout out. And I was like, what thing? I didn't shout anybody out. And I looked at his byline. It was like, responsibility is a heavy responsibility, man. And so it was a Cheech and Chong guy, and now we do marketing for them. But in any case, we decided to do us versus them against Netipot, because Netipot's, I don't want to invite conflict or battle into my world, but us versus them is a really wonderful type of marketing. We've been doing it for a long time. If you do it in a way that is not mean and nasty, you can do it without like it being rude and bad. And in this case, Neti-Pot is like Band-Aid or Vaseline or Q-Tip, where it is a product, but it's also the name of the category. Anybody who's got a product in this category, they call it a Neti-Pot. You go to Rite Aid and you buy a Band-Aid, you call it, even though it's Rite Aid brand wound covers, you call it Band-Aid, right? So what happened though was that our competitors went ahead, and this is like a smaller brand than us, but they did an us versus them ad against us, and it's working super well for them. It's like their best ad. So it's a little bit of karma. I did us versus them. Now some competitors in the space are us versus them and against me, and they got a really wonderful landing page. Something I teach, and I'm gonna show you a little bit later, is avatar specific ads to avatar specific landing pages. We're doing us versus them. My Safe Sleep company, this is my phone case company that I'm part of. And us versus them ads working really well there. Here's Groons and Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens is the number one person in the space, and then Groons is the up and comer. They're doing us versus them against them. This is a brand I was doing stuff with. They do diapers for babies, that you sell to parents, but they're for babies, and they're doing us versus them over to the other brand that's the most number one in the space outside of them, and then it goes to a landing page that's like a pre-sale article in the voice of a mom on her own website that then leads you back to their site. So really good avatar-based ad, us versus them, that leads to an avatar-based landing page. And then you can see us versus them is a flavor of before and after. It's just a flavor of before and after. You can see here on the right is before and after, but us versus them is just wonderful, and you should be doing it. Now, I mentioned after that I have us versus them on my landing pages too. Traditional content marketing. So what your brand does, you have to remember, your brand is communicating with a group of people who are sharing a collective experience, and your job is to relate with them about the experiences that they're going through content, and then offer solutions to the problems that they're facing, which are your products, right? And build a relationship and intimacy and connectedness with them through content, videos, articles that are related to whatever it is they're going through. I got women over 50 experiencing the aging process, and everyone telling them it's bad, anti-age, anti-wrinkle. Here at Zipify and OpenSend and Postpilot, we got people who have online businesses that are trying to navigate the world of intensity of tariffs and madness, and we're trying to help them with content, and then also say, hey, by the way, we got some solutions that we think you'd be interested in. This is a piece of content designed to add value to your life, and then ultimately, hopefully, get you to use our products. But the content has to be real, it has to have integrity, it has to add value, it has to be interesting to them. You can see here we're doing Facebook Lives. This one on the left, Facebook Live, and there's going to be a special live-only discount. We're doing ambassador videos. We're doing product launches. We're doing 5 tips for allergy sufferers. We're doing, hey, this is this person's experience using our product. 3 reasons why our product's a game changer. Debunking myths you might not know. Raise your hand if you brush your teeth this morning. You brush your teeth? Go ahead, raise it inside your own house. Yeah, raise it. Yeah. Well, statistically, some of you are not telling the truth, but I believe you. I believe your mouth is fresh and wonderful. But, people don't clean their sinuses. And it turns out there's a lot of science now that says that when you clean out your nasal passages, you're much less likely to get viruses, much less likely to get sick. And so that's like where our product is educating people about this new, 100 years ago, people didn't brush their teeth. There were no toothbrushes. People were just a little funkier in their mouths, and you just got used to it. So this is like, we're educating about that along with anything else. And I'm going to tell you some other things about avatar-based ads where you can relate your products to any experience someone's having, like, for example, cleaning their lawn. So you could do gift guides, how-to, social media roundup, customer testimonial videos, tips, tricks, and listicles, sneak peeks and founder videos, anything. But you got to do content in and around your merchandising so that when you're sending 3 emails a day, one of them's a piece of content with a PS, go to our sale, PS at the bottom. If they click the piece of the content, they land on your blog, on your blogs, the content they might like, and then bam, there's a banner at the top being like, yo, go to our Black Friday, Cyber Monday page. You're still getting them there, but you're doing it through content. Listicles, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not using listicles, you got to be using listicles. I have spent a lot of money in one brand in particular, over $40 million, just on one brand in advertising. 95% of that money goes to listicles. About 85% of my ads right now direct to listicles. It's a list of stuff, and people love it. And you could do these listicles really easily. You could just build a template out, and I can give you my templates. You can do them inside Zipify pages if you use Zipify user, and then you just make tips. And these are all, by the way, you'll notice these are all product-based listicles. 7 reasons why women over 45 are raving about this soothing under eye cream. Reasons you're overexposed to cell phone usage might affect your health. 50,000 women who love this particular beauty routine. 10 reasons why this guilt-free iced coffee is take over in 2025. So these are all product-specific listicles, but you don't have to do product-specific. You could do, 5 makeup tips for older women. You do whatever. It doesn't have to be product-specific listicle, but you can also do, you should have at least one listicle for every product. You should. Don't sleep on ShopPay, ladies and gentlemen. ShopPay, Shop app, which is this app right here. You can do campaigns in the back end of your Shopify store. You just turn them on and put a good budget in there, and you're going to make money. It's really that simple, because the Shop app right now, they got 100 million people on top of this thing. Amazon has this app on the Amazon app where all the Amazon merchants come together, and you can buy from all of them on Amazon's app, and then you can get your tracking information in there. One-click purchase to everybody. Shopify doesn't want people buying from your website. Shopify wants to guarantee people check out with Shop Pay. You know how you guarantee people check out with Shop Pay? You get them inside the Shop app. So Shopify is doing cash back. They're giving you money in there to shop for Shopify stores. Right now, 3 to 5% of your total revenue is going to be from your shop app. Inside the shop app, but it's going to be 20% in 4 years. They're pushing Zipify right now. We negotiated with Shopify. We integrated with them, and we became the only people who are offering upsells inside of the shop app. We co-developed it with them, and it's a really wonderful opportunity. It's simple. Look, I didn't come from money. I didn't grow up with money. I had to work a full-time job while I got my business together. Any little optimization I can do, I'm doing, baby. Mama needs a new house. She doesn't need a new house. We built her one. But the point is, any little optimization, I'm trying to do it. Even if it's just simple setting up my shop app. People don't set it up. Set it up, turn it on inside the back end of your Shopify, get yourself going in there, and then you can mimic your merchandising inside of the shop app, and they'll push you in there. Okay, mimicking your merchandising. You got to be on your Facebook shops, your Instagram shops. Look at my Google ads. Look at this right here, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Inside of Google, you just go, yo, I want to do a promotion, and then I'm going to tell you when the discount is. Discount's going to automatically apply when you click this link, and then bam, all your Google ads are now showing your discounting. Same thing on Amazon. Do your discounting whenever you're running it on Amazon. We're running merchandising from early Black Friday all the way through to the end of the year. We're running merchandising. We go early Black Friday. We open up big crazy sale 13th to the 17th of November. Close down, but you can still get to our sale. If you come to our website, there's going to be a link to our holiday sale page. From November 13th to December 31st, you can get to my holiday sale page. But my sale page itself, by the way, it posts on organic and amplify that organic. And we're going to talk about sale page in a second because I got 8 more minutes with you. All of October, you're warming up audiences. You're doing video view campaigns. You're building buzz because it's cheap to run a video view campaign. Facebook doesn't charge you as much as they charge you when you're trying to get people to leave Facebook. So we're building anticipation. We're reaching the people who we're going to run conversion ads to in November and December with videos about our products, about our brands, with ambassadors, with customers. And then we're going to convert them in November and December. And then from November 3rd to November 12th, you're building an early bird list. Anticipation, one of the 4 keys of marketing I was telling you about. As a human being, you got 3 time periods in which you can enjoy your life: before something happens, while it's happening, after it happens. If you embrace those 3 time periods in your life and you get good at them, you will have a more pleasurable and more fulfilled life. Let's talk some Buddhism for a second. So you can do that in marketing too. You can give people an opportunity to look forward to something, and it's really powerful. It's the reason why that every movie that comes out does a commercial a year ahead of time. It's the reason why that every time Apple does a product launch, they do it 6 months before the product is available, so you can anticipate, you can look forward to it. It's a fun experience. Well, we do that for our holiday sales. Now everybody's doing it. Again, I'm going to talk to you about value claims in a second, but I'm claiming my own value. I'm telling you, I started this trend in the industry way back in 2015. I started doing these early birds, 2014. So not everybody's doing them. It's ads, emails, organic social posts, goes to an opt-in page, goes all the way through to a thank you page, and then gets them on a warm-up list. And then that way people can look forward to the sale. And then you're building up, the sale's coming. It's going to be the best one ever. The 10% of people that sign up for this early bird list are going to be responsible for 50% of your revenue. Ads, you're doing capital letters to open the ads. You're doing emojis as bullet points. You're doing text overlay. You're doing subliminal arrows. I'm going to talk to you about PCOB ads in a second. But we do a lot of these opt-in pages for every one of our brand. Early bird list that works really, really well. Thematically relevant images, headline, subheadline, opt-in, call to action, terms of service. That's it. Simple. Loads fast on mobile. Works. Gets opt-ins. And then during Black Friday, Cyber Monday time, once November starts, early November, November 13th to 17th, you run your merchandising. Don't do 50% off. Don't do 60% off. Don't do 40% off. This is before I bought this company. They were doing this. Do better merchandising than a giant discount. Okay, if you can possibly figure out how. Buy one, get one half off. Then you got to run your sale, ads, emails, organic social posts, to a holiday offer page, to your product detail pages, to your shopping cart where you got upsells and cross sells, to your 2x buyer flow. On your product, your holiday interstitial page, Johnson boxes, baby. The top of your page, where it says Black Friday, Cyber Monday, is going to change with every campaign phase. First, it's early Black Friday, then it's actual Black Friday, then it's Cyber Monday, then it's welcome to the holidays. The banner changes at the top. Then you got your Johnson, so you got a rotating hero. Then you got your Johnson box for your best bundle. Then you got your bundles. You got a countdown timer. Your 3 columns on desktop, your 2 columns on mobile. You're displaying your bundles. You're highlighting your products. You got badging on your products, bestseller. You got your unique selling propositions and ownership benefit statements underneath the product in text. You got your review stars, social proof when you hover over a product, a money back guarantee, and a carousel if you got a lot of items. So over here you can see our Johnson boxes going down the page, highlighting different items, 2 columns on mobile. And when you get to your PDPs, optimize those too. Upsells, cross sells, downsells on the PDPs. You can see here on this one, we got 800 SKUs, well, 300 SKUs, I think. So we have, product carousels, links to categories. So if you got that, you're going to link to categories and stuff, but you still want to have your best sellers on there. Ads for every campaign phase. Black Friday, free gift with purchase if you're doing that in a particular campaign phase. We did that for early Black Friday. Using PCOB, person, product, color, overlay, border. It's an ad formula that I created. Notice every one of my image ads is going to have a person, a product. It's going to have a colored background. It's going to have text overlay. It's going to have a border on it. It's going to have subliminal arrows. These things work. PCOB, baby. You're going to do, if you're going to do it like we launched an item, so we run ads about the new item we're launching. Our best ads are the ads that have worked all year long, and then we just layer Black Friday, Cyber Monday merchandising over them. We relaunch a new ad that they already worked, same ad we've been running, and we just put a badge, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, 15% off. And we do Black Friday, Cyber Monday texts. So you can take your old ads, renew them again, and then count down to New Year's sale. If you can get some partnership ads, if you can get influencers, ambassadors, your cousin to let you run from their fan page as partners, you get cheaper CPMs. It works really wonderfully. We do this a lot. If you even get one or two of these, it's going to make your ads a lot better. Authority ads. Any kind of authority you can get. We sell in retail, so we put that on there. We've got a doctor representative, so we put that on there. And the key with ads these days is use case and avatar-based ads. So who and why marketing? Who's the person? Why is it interesting to them? What are the product and what is the benefits to them? So who is the person? Why are they interested? What's the product? What are the benefits? So in this case, like, yo, are you somebody who has a lawn who takes care of it? Well, guess what? This person, gets a bunch of sinus irritation after they take care of their lawn, and now they come out and use Navage, and they're talking about that experience. This one's a girlfriend documenting her boyfriend coming out of town, cleaning the house, and then being all dirty, and then she washes his nose out for him to make him so he doesn't snore and stuff. So, this is relevant to us. And then you got this one that anyone could do, which is, hey, this is like a customer demonstration video. Everybody knows about those, but this is with a little twist, which is, hey, I love this product, but my friend has never tried it. I'm going to video them trying it and see what they think about it, right? So it's like, I love this. I want to see my friend who's never tried it, try it. So you get the brand ambassador customer testimonial, but through a different lens. My boyfriend is gross, or my girlfriend is X. My boyfriend is X. Getting somebody to talk about their partner is so compelling. And it doesn't have to be he's gross, he has allergies, he snores, and I make him clean his head out. But like that works for us. So you getting someone to talk about their partner is really wonderful. How your product relates to their partner or relates to their life in some way works really well. Firefighter, this is authority, right? Firefighters are authoritative figures. They're going into dirty places and doing really good work, and then they're using our product, and we're showing that off. Cities are buck nasty. I lived in New York City 10 years. Gross. It was wonderful. Drew and I were real good buddies when we both lived in New York City. Drew moved back to New York City and he left again. I was hoping to keep him on the East Coast, but I couldn't. So, hey, do you live in a city? It's really gross. There's a lot of smog. Use this thing to clear out your nasal passages and stay healthier. So what is a particular group of people who are sharing an experience that's then related back to your product that you could do an ad specifically about, that you could then have a landing page that's also relevant to? A couple little ad copy things before I end, and then I'm going to pass it over to Drew Sanaki from Postpilot. Social proof story. What did this thing do for me? What is it, like someone telling their story about how the product worked for them? Then an ownership benefit statement. What is the benefit of owning this thing? What will I become? How will I be perceived? How will I feel? What is the end state after I've used this? You got to communicate ownership benefit in your ads, on your landing pages, in your videos. If you can the best product doesn't win. The best promise wins. Who can make the best promise? That's what wins in the marketplace, not the best product. So you got to demonstrate and communicate ownership benefit better than anyone else, and you will win. And then, of course, your product has to be good. And then we got PCOB layout on the ads, baby. This is me representing my own product here at Safe Sleep, right? Social proof, value claim. A value is where you claim your own value. Hey, we're the world's first pro-age cosmetic line. Hey, I pioneered awareness, remarketing, and loyalty Facebook advertising for the online marketing industry back in 2014. Every one of your gurus today, they were taking my courses back in the day. I was the original one who pioneered that way of marketing. Look, I didn't create it. It existed in print. It existed in other forms of advertising, but didn't exist on the internet. I started that. And so I tell people that because, like, not to be like a douche or to be braggadocious, but like, because in order to successfully achieve my goals in my businesses at Smart Marketer and Zipify and my other businesses that are related to like marketing to business owners, I have to claim my own value and let them know what I have done so that that's how you tell people what you're up to and what's good. You don't have to be rude or cocky about it, but you just got to like claim your own value. Ownership benefit statement, social proof, avatar call out. This is how I protect my kids. Right. I don't want my kid's not on. My kid doesn't have a phone. He's 1 year old. But a lot of parents, their kids are on these devices. And it's like, hey, I learned that these devices are, this is a parent saying this, right? In the voice of a parent, this is a video. You can't see it, but it's a testimonial video from a parent talking about how they're using our ad. And it's like, yo, like, I can't keep my kids from using these things, but I can at least protect them from the radiation. Why should you listen to me? which is like, what is the problem? And this is who I am. I'm a parent. I solved this problem for myself. So it's like, why listen? That's what I call this little element, is a why listen element. In this case, we're using fear. Unfortunately, I don't like to use fear in marketing, but when you're selling anti-radiation, fear is kind of one of the elements you got to use. And then I explain the problem. Here's what the solution is: a brand identity affirmation statement, which is me as a brand. What do I believe? So example here, which is less is more as women age. I believe that. But I believe that because Cindy Joseph, who was my product developer and core business collaborator and initial co-founder, she was the real product innovator in the space. We, of course, have innovated and made wonderful products over the last 15 years, but the initial vision for our products came from her. And what her viewpoint was, hey, you know what? When I was 30 years old, I wanted a whole bag of cosmetics. When I was 55 now, I want simpler. So less is more is something that then a bunch of women reported back to us. Yes, that's what we think that too. Less is, it's better. So it's a brand identity. Now, Boom is a brand. We believe this is a brand, but it's also what our customers believe. So it's a brand identity affirmation statement, controversial statement. If you can trigger some controversy, it's a wonderful way. As long as you stand in on business and you believe it and you're not being an asshole, but you're just saying something controversial. Like in our case, we think powder magnifies wrinkles. We think blush is blush-based cosmetics, cream-based cosmetics are better when you have a more defined face with more texture. That's what we think. But some people don't like it. And so it's a little bit of controversy, right? Powder magnifies wrinkles. So if you could do a controversial statement in your ads on your pages and stand for something, it's a really wonderful thing in marketing, as long as you believe it and as long as it's not like harmful in some way. Social proof, ownership benefit statement. Notice I'm editing text into my ads, literally editing into the video, additional headlines. And then I got my own captions edited and ownership benefit statement. So when someone buys once, I'm done here in 2 minutes because we started 8 minutes late, and then I'm gonna pass it over to Drew. Don't consider it a done deal. Go into OmniSend. I use OmniSend. I'm a big believer in OmniSend as an email and SMS platform, and I love their team, and I love everything about them. I think they're really wonderful. I switched my Safely blend over to them. You buy from me once during my Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, okay? Then what I say is, I wait 7 days, and then I'm like, yo, thank you so much for purchasing. I really appreciate it. You bought with 15% off. I want to give you an additional incentive of 20% off, extra 5%, and say, you got 3 days. I'm going to send you 2 emails day one email, 1 SMS day two emails and 1 SMS day three. Last chance. Get stuff for your friends, get items you didn't purchase, get a bigger discount. I'm able to get 10% of people to buy twice with this simple 5 email, 2 SMS over 3 days sequence with what does it have? It has an increased incentive and a strict deadline, right? Consistency wins in this game. Do one thing that I told you. Do one thing that Drew Sanaki tells you. Do one thing that Francesco tells you. Do one thing that Sakshi tells you, right? Do one thing. Just takes showing up every day with a positive attitude and doing what you can do in the direction of your goals. And you get out what you put in. The question is, what could you invest in your business, not what can you get out of it? Have a good time, make wonderful things, and be profitable. At any scale, you've won the game of business. By the way, just quick shout out for OmniSend, omnisend.com/Ezra. You can get 3 months, 30% off your first 3 months. And real quick, just going to turn off my screen here and stop my share. So guys, I really appreciate you showing up. I really love our community. I love e-commerce. I love the opportunity to share and collaborate and show you what's working for me. I'm not saying it's the only way. I'm just saying this is what I'm doing in my businesses. And we're going to do we're going to do probably 160 million this year. So, and I'm just some guy off a couch in Brooklyn. It's like, you could do this. You just got to keep at it. And you're hanging out with really cool people who've got really wonderful things to say. And so thank you for your time. And I really hope that you have the most wonderful and successful Black Friday, Cyber Monday for yourself. I believe in entrepreneurship. I believe in entrepreneurs. I think you are making a difference in the world, supporting the world, doing good things. And thanks for hanging out with us. And I hope that the rest of your day is wonderful.